Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Wake up. There we go. How's everybody doing on this hump day? It is the middle of the freaking week. We got football tomorrow night. I'm not even sure who plays tomorrow night. I'm that far out of the loop. I've been focusing in on the Dallas Cowboys and all of our woes and things. And just forgot about Thursday night. But I'll check it out on the way down the road. Um, for those who figured that the NFL was going to implode because of the anthem protests, some of the games have not been as watched as others. But an interesting thing was the Monday night's game. Monday night's game was, wow, got a 4.6 rating, attracted 14 million viewers, which was twice anything else in prime time. And in fact, the 15 most watched programming of this whole year has been NFL football. Nobody else is in the top 15 other than football. So if you put on games that people want to see, they will watch, they will come. And I guess maybe some of those people decided watching the grass grow or the paint dry wasn't always cracked up to be. So as long as we got football, there's going to be people watching, just to put that out there. So I was coming back down from working down the country. I got to actually head back on down today and finish getting the carpet and paint the bathrooms and power wash the place, so I have it ready for the people to move in this weekend. Um, and I went to Popeyes. I had to taste for a spicy Popeyes sandwich and some red beans and rice. I just had to have it. And I know Mike says that, man, forget Popeyes. It's Chick-fil-A. Okay, that Chick-fil-A is the one. He's like, if you got to put sauce on a piece of chicken, it's not worth it. And I'm sitting there on a sandwich. On a sandwich, he said it's not the same. I like the sauce. I'm saucy. I'm real saucy. I put, I love my mambo sauce. Put some of that stuff on stuff. I love my hot sauce. I love my wing sauce. I'm just saucy, I guess, but everybody got a different taste. But I digress here. So I was in Popeyes. I had my Cowboys mask on, like I always do. And the guy next to me said, "Oh, Cowboys, man." He said, "They're killing me." I said, "Bro, tell me something I don't know. It's killing me too, man." I said, "But there are better days ahead." I said, "Listen, we got the Browns. We got the Giants. We got the Washington whatevers." I said, "We got the Eagles before we play the Steelers." I said, "That's a chance for our team to get right. It's a chance for us to get a little more cohesion." He's like, "Yeah, the offense, man, they're scoring a lot of points. That defense. Well, here's the problem. And it hit me this morning while I was laying in bed. There's a fatal flaw, at least right now, with the Dallas Cowboys offense. Remember how we used to be in this? This is like deja vu. When we kept going 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, we score a lot of points. And we'd end up having games that we'd lose at the ends in shootouts. You remember, like against the Denver Broncos, where we scored, it was like 51-49, Tony Romo interception and, the last drive of the game that sealed the victory for Denver. And what we learned was we needed to protect the defense. In comes, for a multitude of reasons, partially out of necessity because Tony Romo, the first game of the season against the 49ers, couldn't get the ball down the field. He was still recovering from the back injury, I think it was. And the team realized we got to run the ball till Tony Romo's right. And that led to DeMarco Murray rushing for over 1,800 yards, being the NFL rushing leader and setting the Dallas Cowboys record. But what they learned from doing that was it protected the defense because it kept them off the field longer. When they got in there, teams were tired and worrying about the clock being eaten up. And so they became more one-dimensional because the Cowboys went down the field methodically, scored points, boom, ate up 7, 8, 9 minutes of the clock. Clock's running down. We need to hurry up and score. So they had to pass more, which put the defense in a better position to succeed. We're scoring points, but we're scoring so quickly right now that this new defense that hasn't had time to gel is out there quickly. And when we've had turnovers, and make no mistake about it, you can point at the defense, you can point at Dak, you can point at the kicking. The problem is we're turning the ball over. We've been able to get close to overcoming. We did against Atlanta, but you cannot turn the ball over because we keep giving our defense, which is still trying to find its way, short fields to have to defend. Now, this will work when you're playing lesser teams. We've gone through and played 3 really good, if not great, quarterbacks. Say all you want about Atlanta being choking dogs. Matt Ryan puts up a lot of points with Julio Jones and that crew. He always puts up a lot of points. Shout out to Matty Ice because you my quarterback on fantasy football, and you've led us to 3-0 with the nation up next. You look at Russell Wilson, 14 TDs. You can't give a Russell Wilson more opportunities with the football. And even with the Rams finding their footing right now, with Jared Goff realizing play action passing is working and do these quick dink and dunks and get yards after the catch. So when you're playing teams that are high-scoring teams and your defense is missing plays, it's a recipe for disaster, especially if you're turning over the ball. But as you start playing teams that are, shall we say, scoring disadvantaged, teams that aren't able to keep up in a track meet, you're going to start seeing that this team's going to be able to score points, and other teams are going to panic and try and rely on the pass that don't have the weapons. When you start thinking about an Eagles team right now that Deshaun Jackson is hurt, Rhaegar's hurt, Carson Wentz's feelings are hurt. You think about Haskins where, my man Burgundy and Gold says the fans aren't sold on Haskins as the quarterback, that are having problems offensively except when they play against the Eagles. And then you think about Danny Dimes, who is broke ass. He ain't got a dime. He ain't got a dime. And without Barkley there, their offense, well, it's led by Jason Garrett. Do I need to say more? So these games are games that you need to go ahead and feast on, where you start learning how to win. Because I think more than anything else, this team has been thrown to the wolves before it was ready. The cake was not finished baking. We've got so many different parts. And because of injuries, now you got Jalen Smith playing the Mike linebacker. And see, Jalen Smith is not – you have guys that are thumpers. Rolando McClain was a thumper. He's a guy that could take on that block and blow up the guard and blow up plays. Actually, Joe Thomas, I think, is a better middle linebacker. Jalen Smith is predicated on speed and things. He's better chasing things down from the backside. So we're kind of having a situation there where he's having to switch back and forth and stuff because Van Der Esch is hurt. That's one of those things that's hurting you a little bit. You've got cornerbacks that are changing on a weekly basis because of injury, coming off of injury reserve, going on injury reserve, and a rookie that's your main guy. And, of course, we got safety issues. And we have a completely new defense for people to learn. So they need time to gel. But what they've gone through is trial by fire with the offense turning the ball over and giving teams short fields and going against premier offenses. The next 4 weeks will be a chance for the defense to catch their breath and hopefully for this team to start getting some consistency on pass rushing, consistency on covering players, consistency on our offensive line because even it's been reshuffled. We have a lot of things that are in the works, and I just ask Cowboy fans, just be cool. Slow your roll. Relax. Let this team have a chance. And even if it ends up being that we feast on bad teams and win the division. Once you get to the playoffs, we'll see. But right now, you worry about winning as many games as possible. All right, y'all. We had a crazy day yesterday with the Earl Thomas situation. He was supposed to go to the Texans for an interview, but that got called off because they said of COVID issues and things. But it turns out the Texans actually brought in 4 guys for tryouts, and it sounds like the Texans actually thought about it and figured that he wasn't the right fit. We had Jerry Jones, of course, leaving the door possibility open, that he's monitoring the situation, yada, yada, yada. But you still have heard Stephen Jones, and that's the guy I say pay attention to. Stephen Jones basically saying, we're good right now with the people. We like the people that we have. So I would say follow Stephen Jones's words more so than Jerry Jones on that one. Although, who the hell knows? But if you're going to do something with Earl Thomas, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting is not helping the situation. If they were going to do this, they should have done this at the beginning of the season. You don't wait till week 8 before you try and bring in somebody. The longer you wait, the less work he's got on his body, and the longer it's been since he's had work, which means the longer time it's going to take to get him up to speed. So that's all I got to say about that. That and of course, the Tennessee Titans and Minnesota facilities are closed and more than likely will not be playing games this weekend because of positive COVID test Monday from the Titans. So I think we're up to speed, up to date on this and all that, and I'm going to get ready to get my butt down the road so I can go to work. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'll do the best I can to keep you guys up to speed, but unfortunately, it takes hours for things to upload where we're working. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you have a great hump day.